crafters, welcome to Creative Chick Corner. My name is Madi and thanks for clicking on this video today. So today in this video we're going to be dealing with resin and sand. So we're going to be mixing both of them and getting something like this right here. I love how this turned out. It is sand and seashells that I brought from Puerto Rico when I was there about 2 months ago, and I've been holding off on it for a couple weeks, well, like 2 months, and I finally got to it. And I want to make some jewelry, so I did make a necklace, some beautiful earrings, and a bookmark. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I craft with resin and sand, stay tuned. Hello, so welcome to my channel. Today we'll be attempting to make beach themed jewelry. So I've got some sand. I did bring this sand from Puerto Rico when I went to vacation a few months ago, and I literally left it to dry for like a week or two out like in the cup, and then I just put it away. So this is pretty much ready. It's been in this bag for like 2 months. So I want to use it in resin, so I can't wait. I've never actually done anything with sand in any craftings that I've done, so I am very curious to see what it's like and how it turns out. And I also did get some seashells. So these seashells are also from Puerto Rico. They are a mix of different seashells that I got from different beaches, so they are all pretty different. And I really did want to make jewelry with these so I can have a little memory from when I went to Puerto Rico this year. So a few of these seashells, I did notice they have little holes, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool for earrings and keychains or pendants. So not all of them do have the holes, but maybe 2 or 3 of them. So anyways, I am going to show you guys everything that I'm going to be using today. So I will be using seashells, natural sand. If you don't have any natural sand, you can go to your craft store, or I think even Dollar Tree has some. Wipes to clean off my area, resin, this one's from Amazon, a heat gun that I ordered from Amazon as well. I have not tried it yet, so hopefully it works out for what I need it to do. So I will be using gloves as well. These are from Walmart. I will be using a good amount of different colored glitters, mainly blues, whites, and browns. So I've got some in here, and then I have more. So I did find a lot of different clearance items at Hobby Lobby, so I just grabbed a bunch of them, and I gave some to my mom, and I got some for myself. So they were pretty much starting at 74 cents up to I think like $3 at most. So yeah, I got a lot of different colored glitters, pigments, fine glitters, chunky glitters, a little bit of everything. So I'm not really sure what I will be using really, but I grabbed everything that I thought that I could probably use in this video. Different tools that I will be needing for mixing and grabbing the resin, or grabbing some of the glitter and then just pouring it in. And lastly, what I will be using is a mix of different molds. So I'm not really sure which ones I want to use, but I did grab a variety of them just because I want to see what will look good or what I will need. I was also wanting to make at least one pendant, 1 or 2 pendants, and then earrings. And then I did grab this mold. Look at this. I think this one's from, I think it's from Temu. And it's beautiful, and it's perfect for the theme that I want to go for. So hopefully they turn out beautiful. I will be using my nail lamp, which is a UV lamp. So that is the last one. I'm sorry. But that is everything I'll be using. If I do grab anything else, I'll mention it to you guys. And yeah, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you want to make sure is that your area is cleaned down. You don't want anything sticking to your molds and sticking in between your mixes. So always make sure you have a clean area. You also do want to make sure that your molds are clean, so there's no dust, no past glitter or past resin that you are working with. So make sure they are clean. And when working with resin, you do want to make sure you have a designated area that you will be working with resin, because resin tends to ruin whatever it lands on, so try to be careful. Remember, this is the UV resin that I will be using, so it isn't as harmful, but you do still want to be very careful. Wear gloves and just be very careful when dealing with it and when pouring it in. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is pretty much grabbing my seashells and organizing it, seeing what I want to use, what I don't want to use. I have a lot of bigger ones, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to use much of it. But hey, we are going to try to use what we can. I'm just going for the smaller ones right now, and then for a pendant I might end up choosing a bigger one, but if not, then it's okay. We still got sand. And now we will be mixing in the sand. And remember that this is just me trying something out. I've never dealt with sand in any craftings that I've made. So I'm not a professional. I am just trying things out with you guys, because that's what I like to do in this channel. Just try things out and see if it turns out good, see if I have to redo it. I think I might need a bigger scoop, or I will just pour it in there. Sorry, I want you guys to see, but I need to be able to pour this, and it's perfectly dry. It is ready for me to just add some resin and get going. Let me put on my gloves real quick, because, you know, want to take care of ourselves. Yeah, these are actually household. I did not read this. I'll be back with some gloves. Alright, so I've got my gloves on, so let's start pouring in the resin. Let's start mixing it in. Wow, this absorbs a lot of resin. Maybe I'm just not putting enough. Maybe that's good. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Could use a little more if you can want, but just remember that I'm just going to be mixing this up with more resin, so it's okay. This is probably good for now. Alright, so I'm going to start off with my really cute mold that has different sea creatures. I think it's perfect for this theme. And I'm thinking, yeah, these seashells are not gonna work, but we can actually cut them down or break them. Alright, so I ended up smashing just a few of them. I think these are like 3 of them. So that'll be better, because they'll be into little bits and we can actually put them into our earrings. So it did hurt me. I was like, no, such a pretty seashell. But hey, it's okay. It's the same seashell. It's just broken up into pieces, and we're still going to use it. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and look at our molds. We can actually start mixing up our other colored resins. So I think I'll have a mix of like 3 or 4 colors. So I think white is going to be one of them. Absolutely. Then we have the blue, obviously. And then maybe some green. Or like a very pretty sea blue, sea green color. So I think something like this would be nice. This is kind of like a mint color. But let's pour that into there, into the resin. Let's see if that's enough. Then we will be pouring in this really pretty blue. This one is from Amazon. It's the Sky Blue Holographic Chunky Glitter. This one I'm not sure where it's from. It might be from Hobby Lobby from the sale that I was telling you guys, because I did get a bunch of different glitters. I do want to mix up this chunky sky blue with this blue. It's like a royalish, kind of royalish blue. I was gonna use brown, but then I was like, no, I have sand. So why use the brown when I already have some sand? I could mix just a little bit of brown into the sand, but we'll see. And then now we're gonna use white. And that white, I will be mixing in some glitter. Look at that. That's super, super cute. I love glitter. So if I'm going crazy on glitter, I am sorry. I just love it so much. Sorry, you guys. I was literally just covering up the camera view for you guys. I'm so sorry. But okay, let's mix in some resin. And let's do quite a lot, just because, you know, we've got quite a few projects that we want to do with them. Alrighty, so let's mix up the glitter colors. This one's gonna be more of like a clearish blue, so that is what we want. Then we have our chunky blue. And lastly, we have our white. Alrighty, so everything is mixed up and ready to go. For the tail, I think I want to put in, okay, that's where you're landing. I put a little too much, but that's okay. This is our first pour. Also, we can go ahead and adjust the sand a little bit. I might take a little bit of this one out just because it's a little too much. Alrighty, so that's what it's gonna look like so far. I know it's not perfect, but now we can go ahead and start pouring in. I should have first put in the seashells. Okay, anyways, let's see what we will end up with. So just put them in however you'd like. Sprinkle some in there if you'd like. I have no clue how this is gonna turn out. I am very nervous just because I want it to turn out beautiful. I'm so hard on myself sometimes, but it's okay. Now let's go ahead with our light blue. It's very light. Let's go in with our beautiful glitter blue. And let's just do a little bit of white just because we want to try this technique that I found. Not sure if it's gonna play out just because, you know, I put too much resin into this. Poured way too much in my first batch. So, you know, less is more. People always say that, and yep, it's way more in when you're doing resin stuff. Now let's go ahead and try the technique that I am anxious to try. This is literally why I bought this heat gun, just because I want to try out this technique. So I'm going to zoom you guys. And okay, so we're pretty much just going to use our heat gun on low and try and see if we can make some waves with it. I don't think it's working just because I have so much resin. So I want to try this again with the other pour that I do. So yeah, it's not going to work with this pour just because I put way too much. But this will at least help with the little bubbles that form. So I'm going to use that for the little bubbles. Looking a little bit nice. But anyways, let me clear this off and we are going to go and use our UV lamp to see what we have ended up with so far. I'm gonna give it about 3 minutes or so. It looks so cool under the light. It literally just looks like glow in the dark or neon. It's really, really cool. Alrighty, so let's see what we have so far. Yep, it's hardened. I am gonna flip it around and do this side just a little bit, just in case, you know, we want to make sure it's well cured, and when we go to take it out, it's not sticky yet or anymore. Alrighty, let's see. Oh my goodness, this is our first piece. I love it. The only thing is, you can't even see the seashells. Just because, yeah, I should have put in the seashells first, and then it would have been beautiful. But hey, not bad for our first one. This is our second one, same problem. We can't really see the seashell. All we see is sand. So that's a little bit disappointing just because, you know, we wanted to see the little cute seashells. This one's actually really cute. This one is actually my favorite one, I think, out of this batch. Yep. So these right here are actually really cute. And then these right here are also pretty cute. Not my favorite, but it's a really cute memory to have. These are just, they're okay. They are a fail to me. So let's try this one more time. Same thing, but different process. Alrighty, crafters. So let's try one more time and see if we can actually recreate this the right way. So first things first, let's break a little bit of these again. Now we will go ahead, and this time we are going to do it differently. I'm going to start off with a little bit of a coating for the seashells. This time I will go ahead with the white and lay it across how I want. Alrighty, and as you notice, I'm not wearing gloves this time. I know I should be. It's just, to me, it is a little more comfier. Just doing it with my bare hands, really. I am going to take the blue. Let's drop in some of our seashells, and already I might have made another mistake with, so let's see what happens. Now let's take our heat gun and push back the white. Now quickly, let's start setting this with our lamp. Alright, so let's unmold these. So this is the back to the first one, and this is the front. It does look way better than our first attempt, but you really can't see seashells just because I didn't really put much of them. And I did also make the same mistake when I went to go put the seashells. I left it for last. So yeah, that was an accident. That was my fault this time. But yeah, it looks better. Let's see the other ones. Yep, same thing. This is our starfish, and same thing. I really can't see the seashells on the back or in the front, so I should have just put the seashell first and then the UV, but hey, we are learning. This one you can see just a little bit of it. Cute, but it's not what we wanted, you already know. Alright, I did go ahead and try this out one more time. So this is my third attempt. So what I did was just put a little bit of resin, just clear resin, on where I wanted to place the seashells. And then I went ahead and placed each individual seashell into the mold. And then now I'm going to try it one more time before I make the pendants. So see, that's how dedicated I am. I want to show you guys that this can work, hopefully. So now what we're gonna do is pour in our blue. So I think I'm gonna go with just a darker blue, just because I want to see some really nice shades of blue in here. But remember, less is more. I think I'm pretty much just reminding myself more of that than you guys. Yeah, I think for the heat gun, it's gonna work more on something that's more like something bigger, because on this it's not really doing much. All right, let's demold our last attempt. I can't really see the seashell again. I tried. And let's see these other two. Hey, I can see one seashell in this one. And then I can't see anything else. I can see like just this seashell and then this one right there. So hey, that's okay, I guess. Let's see our last attempt. These are our last attempt, and I really do like these. I can see a little more of it. It's just, I guess it's a little harder to work with on like earring molds, but it's okay. We tried 3 times, so that's more than enough. I will be trying this out again in a different video, maybe in a few months. But so far we have these. These are pretty. I do like them. They're not bad. It's just, it's not what I wanted or what I was striving for. But hey, that's okay. That's how it goes with crafting. And we are going to go ahead and make a pendant and make a beautiful bookmark. So make sure your molds are cleaned. And I will be using this bookmark mold. And I'm going to be using just a few of these pendant molds. I'm not sure which ones. I'm just going to clean them all just in case. Let's start out with what we did last, which was place a little bit of resin just where you think the shells are going to go. And let's just place random seashells around. Alright, so what I did at the end was just sprinkle on whatever seashell dust that I had. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do for the moment. So now let's go ahead and I think I'm going to pour in the white this time. Just because I feel like we need more white in this. Now we're going to go in with our blue. And then I'm just going to play around with the resin. Just try and push it up a little bit so we can see some of the sand when we pour it in. Okay, now we got the sand coming in. Now if you want, you can like mix it in there just to give it like a little swirl, and we will see what that does, if it does anything. You know, we're just experimenting. I hope I didn't move the shells. I think I did. This is kind of difficult dealing with the shells in there. And then we're just gonna drop in the sea blue. let's demold these. I'm not sure what to expect from these. You already know we didn't have the best of luck earlier. This one actually looks very pretty. I can see the shells and then a little bit of the blue. I would have liked more of the blue up here, like a line of water, but it looks really nice. Same with this one. I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't have swirled them, but I can actually see the seashells. So maybe that was a good idea of just adding on the seashells first and then everything else, but no swirling. So same thing with this one. They are beautiful, but I would have liked more blue on them. Yep, same thing. I can see it. I just can't see water. Because yeah, I can see the seashells on all of them. It's just, it's missing the water. So maybe I should have added more of a darker blue pigment instead of just chunky glitter. But this one, oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. I can see the seashells perfectly. I would have loved more blue. I can see the sand enough, the white, it's pretty. It is really, really nice. I just would have loved more of the blue water. We have an idea of what we can improve on for next time, but I am actually glad that I tried this out, and it did take about 4 attempts, but we are getting there. So I am glad we tried it out. And if you guys have any tips, anything that I should maybe follow next time, please comment below and I will do my best to improve these. And I do want to make a video in the future because I do still have a lot of sand, a lot of seashells, and I really like the concept of this. It's perfect for summer. So if you guys like this, please like the video, comment down below, and I'm happy to have these made for myself because it's just a really nice memory of when I went to Puerto Rico this year, and I'm glad that I made them. So I will put a little B-roll of just of everything that I made today, at least the nicer pieces that turned out. Alright, so that was it for this video. I hope you guys did like this content. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and share with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe. So I did love these pieces. They turned out super beautiful, and I think I'll be giving it another try just because I don't think it turned out how exactly I wanted it to be, but they did turn out really beautiful, and it's a really fun and nice way to craft with resin and sand. So if you guys do try it out, comment down below, and thank you for clicking on this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!